What?
We made it more than 5 seconds.
We did. We made it to 12 whole seconds.
Yeah, we're up there. It's almost 20.
Yeah.
Going good. I'm going to share my screen. Jeremy's sitting by me, so.
Hello.
Yeah, I'll be out in a minute since you're streaming.
No, you don't have to. You can hang out. They're not going to be on camera or anything.
Yeah, I'm tired and I just feel like, I don't know.
Okay. Can you share out my screen again?
Let me see.
That's not me.
Turned off my camera. It says that you're toggled.
I have my camera on.
You have to share your screen on your end.
Yeah, I am. It's in the background.
I don't see it.
Weird. I'll just remove it and put it back in.
It's that kind of day.
Yes, it is. There, I put it back in.
Yeah, it's still not there. Oh, wait. There we go.
There we go. All right, then.
Hey, it popped up.
Okay. Killed my camera. All right. Take 25.
We're not counting any of those takes.
Okay, that's fine. We're not counting the takes. We're good.
It was thankfully, and this is one of the reasons why I plug Restream, is I went on the chat, they answered right away, and they were able to. They basically said if the turning it off for 2 minutes didn't work, they had a hard code they could give us. So they were excellent support people. So
that is good. You just have the basically the first level, right?
Yeah, it's like the regular professional one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $20 a month or something.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
Yep, that's the one I use.
Yeah, and I've always had good customer support.
Yeah, I find them to be a lot better than the StreamYard.
Well, just before we get rolling on the flats, I always give a quick update. The Undersea Hero is fully lettered. I went through the entire editorial revisions that you guys saw me making on the book, on the picture I posted, which took a while. I had to do some not rewrites, just some fixing some texts, making some things. You know how it is when you write something yourself, you have so much more in your mind than what the people have, and you want to reveal some things, but not too much, and then have some things you have to explain a little more. So there's a few extra captions here and there, and fixed a few spelling mistakes and things like that. And keep doing the flats. We're almost done. I think we've only got 5 pages of flats to go. I thought I'd show this cool little cover gallery that'll be towards the back of the book, and you can see Joe St. Pierre's cover, which is beautiful. It's an Amazing Fantasy 15 homage, befitting a Spider-Man artist. I especially love, and I know he added this for me, we have a shot of Krakus here playing the drums, or just a random octopus, I think. Yeah, Krakus is down here with his beverage.
That is so good.
But yeah, I liked, and I just love the sea creatures because he did all those Cousteau books, and he did an issue of Aquaman back in the day, so which is very cool. This is a Woodall piece. He's done Electric Black and Ninja Turtles and all kinds of stuff, and I like kind of angry looking Krakus right here. I enjoy that, and I don't know.
Crackly when you brought up Krakus.
I did. My sound is messed up.
Yep.
All right, I'll have to do the bounce out and bounce back in thing again. It's been a rough day for the technical stuff.
Yeah, it definitely has been.
All right, I'll be right back. This is one I know how to do.
Well, in that case, I'm here. Hey, Marthas, how you doing? We're definitely having some technical difficulties, but you're stuck with me now, so. And he's back.
Are we better?
Yep, you sound a lot better.
Cool. Yeah, that's Rich's cover, and then here we got Craig Rousseau, who did this cool destruction of the Undersea Hero logo, and is very heroic, coming right at you with all the action and the foreshortening that Craig's so awesome at.
Yeah, he's really good at that.
And of course, he loves cryptids and stuff, so his version of Krakus is interesting, and it's cool seeing everybody's different version. He kept the geometric edge to the carapace there, which is very cool.
I like the.
And there's a lot of character in the eyes and the way he's moving his arm, and
I gotta draw a Krakus.
He's just fun. He's got a lot of range. Like here's John Lucas's cover, where he did the Spartagrades with Lord Krakus down here being afraid of the oncoming horde. John did Deadpool, and he's done stuff for what's the book that he's working on right now? He's going to be mad that I can't remember. He did Dick Tracy. He did Beyond the Farthest Star. He's done, tons of
he did do Dick Tracy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he did a fill-in for Dick Tracy for a few of the Sundays, which was very cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got that whole Chester Gould look going.
He did American Splendor. He's done all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah, he has done American Splendor.
Yeah, the Vertigo series.
God.
But that's a little update. Sorry for the technical issues. We're going to be working on flats on page 26. And what have you got cooking over there, Allison?
Working on Last Sentinel stuff.
Very cool.
Or is it some pages from the Last Sentinel?
Oh, wow. Yeah, those markets, like a market like that is so hard to draw.
Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it looks very good.
Yeah, that right there. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass.
Well, and you got to draw everybody in perspective, and I don't know if anybody's ever tried to just noodle that kind of a shot, but drawing people smaller but still having their heads at approximately the same height, it doesn't feel natural.
Yeah, I used a thing called a grid. It was amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Looks very good.
Yeah, I gotta fix this bubble. I don't really like it. But that won't be that big of a deal.
So what fonts do you like to use when you letter?
This is one of Blambot's. It's I actually use their anime font.
Yeah.
Anime Ace 3, I think I'm using. I also like their back issue font a lot.
Yeah.
But I figure since I'm doing a manga, I should use the anime.
Yeah. No, it's very cool. Blambot does very good stuff.
I actually want to buy his Manga Pro font because I really like that one, and I'm leaning towards I'll switch everything to that. So
I don't know if I've seen that one. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it said it's a pay for one, so but it looks good, and I have bought fonts from him before, so I got one of my silhouette fight scenes because I like silhouette fight scenes.
Oh, they're an effective way to do it.
Yeah, and I got bar stuff flying around.
Very cool.
Oh, that's her leaving the place.
Your anchor shot.
Yeah, that's her going through the market.
If it were a 90s image book, it would be 18 pages of just those shots.
Yep.
The giant full figure and then the action around it.
Yep, that's exactly what it would be. And this is Mock. He's my Yeti because I really wanted to draw a Wookiee. So,
hey, a Yeti or Abominable Snowman.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, he's a reference to Ukla the Mock from Thundar the Barbarian.
Or as my pal Jay calls it, Thunder.
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 Thunder. He's got that crazy Bostonian accent. Like that.
Dude, come over and watch some Thunder cartoons with me.
Yeah, I gotta watch some Thunder. Oh, God.
There was one time where we couldn't hang out for a while, and he literally just left his Thundar DVD in my mailbox.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's like, "Go check it out."
I used to love that show when I was a kid.
And you couldn't find it for a long time, except at the Mr. Bootleg Man at Small and
Yeah, the old Radisson shows and stuff.
Indie comic shows. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, because that's how I had it. I had like one videotape. It had every episode on it.
Yeah, they only did I think they only did one season, right?
Yeah, it was only one season. It was only like 13 episodes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am working on a shot of Danny.
Cool. So when you're doing a shot like that, where you have the figure that is definitely crossing like multiple planes, how do you like to decide like which parts, like you can see her foot's tucked underneath? Like, how do you decide the things that you like to show the viewer and then not show the viewer to make it dynamic?
I basically think of cool martial art poses from movies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then I kind of go from there. It's just like, what do I kind of like? And then I think of, like, all right, so I want to do her kind of there with, and I want her to have the sword out and kind of like a leaping type thing or something. And I was like, okay, I really want to draw Spider-Man, and I kind of think of a Spider-Man style pose.
I think we've all kind of done that at one time or another. Like I did that for that one Ninja Turtles Unlimited cover that I did, or Universe, Ninja Turtles Universe. That was, I kind of treated that like a Wolverine versus Sabretooth cover instead of Raphael versus Rocksteady. And that's why he's holding the size the way he is and everything else.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Actually, that works well. But yeah, basically, if I could draw certain Marvel characters, Spider-Man's very high on my list of characters I'd love to draw.
Yeah.
Actually, I gotta move that up a little bit, I think.
The Spidey Man is one of my old comic store chums used to call him.
Spiky Man.
The Spidey Mans.
Spidey Man. I like that.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks a little bit better.
You got Spectacular Spidey Man. You got Amazing Spidey Man. when he'd be getting in a collection that was all Spider-Man, that's all he would do. He would sit there and say that.
That's so good.
Hey, pull up. And this was back when you had the price guide that was a book. It wasn't all online, so it was like take out the book and look up the Amazing Spidey Man's number 254.
254. Yeah, it's got in the black suit there.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Black Suit era Spider-Man by Ron Frenz, I just read the Fantastic Four fanfare issue that just came out, and Ron Frenz and Tom DeFalco with Brett Breeding did a short story in it. And for those of us that like old comics, it really does pick up right where the Sandman Thing story leaves off in Marvel Team Up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so if you are a fan of that era where like the Thing and the Sandman kind of become pals and go to the bar together and they look out for each other, this sort of is a new chapter in that story.
That's actually really cool. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah, and
I
it's
think
just
I have it in my. I think it's in my pull list. So
I didn't expect to pick it up because I don't regularly pick up Fantastic Four. But when I saw that Friends and DeFalco were doing a story, I flipped through it. I saw Sandman, and then I read it the other day, and I was like, "Hey, I'll put this in the same bag and board with the Sandman Sandman Thing issues."
Yeah, that's where I put it.
I'm one of those weirdos that will put like multiple comics in a bag and board if the story fits in one bag and board.
Yeah, if I can fit it in there, I'll do stuff like that on occasion. I'll put like one in the front and one in the back.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got.
Am I missing comments?
Oh yeah, well, Pat saying hey all. Mike said good evening. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's see.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Martha's will have to watch Thundar sometime if it's ever on YouTube. Well, I know the beginning and closing are. I mean, you might be able to find an episode or two on there.
I'm shocked at how many bootleg episodes get through YouTube. You can watch every episode of the Tick cartoon, even the stuff that's not on DVD now.
Well then, I know what I'll be doing later.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm going to be finishing up Alien Earth later, but
Yeah, we were talking about checking that out today. Have you enjoyed it?
I've only watched the first like 20 minutes of it, and I like it so far. Because I was like, oh, you got back to me. I'll get ready to stream.
Yeah.
And usually I'm gaming tonight, but with my MS caused some problems for me lately. So that's kind of, I slept most of the day.
That's all right. Are you feeling better?
But doing better now. Um,
Well, you don't have to. We're not doing a long stream today, and you don't have to marathon. So
no, no, my editor over in Japan has me marathoning. So,
yeah.
oh.
Yes, Jonathan, we did turn it off and turn it back on several times,
Yeah.
and then
we hit it with a stick.
But then we found out that we had to, and this is talking to the support people. We had to turn it off for longer.
Yeah,
that was the fix.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, Pat's Steve Ditko's Peter Parker design kind of weirds me out. You know, I don't think Ditko could really draw teenagers very well. Or he might have just been drawing himself as a teenager, because I guarantee he was a pretty weird-looking teenager.
I think you're right on the latter, and I also think that part of the reason he looks so dated is just because that was the clothes teenagers wore at the time.
Yeah, that was very early '60s. So was it '61?
It was, yes.
62.
Early '60s. The kids wore the dopey dress clothes, and it's one of those things that puts us out of time. I was actually doing some research for like a period story, and I was looking at clothes just from even the clothes that like were commonplace when you and I were young. It was astronomically different than what's there now.
Oh god, yeah. Granted, what I wore every day was pretty much the exact same thing. So,
really?
I wore school uniforms.
Oh, okay, yeah. But like, we did not wear pajama pants to high school. We wore, like, if you were in sports, you wore the sweatpants or the training pants or whatever because you had practice. And people wore jeans, and it was.
Yeah, I know when my sister went to school and all that, she went to public schools, and she dressed like just jeans, t-shirts. She dressed nice usually when she went to school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Took her time to get ready. I mean, I just, threw on school uniform and went out the door. So
yeah.
I was in public school for like kindergarten, first grade, but I don't know why, but I ended up in private school. So
yeah, I went to public school, and it was, all the jocks, like men and women, like if I had to be up at 4 a.m. to go do skate before school, like I was not getting dressed fancy. Like it was going to be pair of jeans, t-shirt,
Yeah. That's kind of understandable. I mean, when I was in, I played sports pretty much my entire academic career. I played soccer and basketball because I couldn't avoid basketball, that being tall thing.
We're the rare comic nerds that played sports all through school.
Yep, I did martial arts too. So I was really into those.
What type of martial arts did you do?
Primarily Kenpo. I studied Wichi-Ryu first, then I took Shirinji-Ryu for a bit, which is effectively the Japanese version of Shaolin. So it has a little bit more of a gung fu basis to it than some other things do. But it's still a hard style, not an internal style. Then I basically found my sensei Douglas Betts. I trained with him for years, and he did a Kenpo base, but the best way to describe it was mixed martial arts before it was trendy. Like he was a boxer in the Air Force and stuff, so he taught boxing techniques. He studied under just about anybody he could learn stuff from. And then I did seminars and stuff with him and things.
Cool. Yeah, I never did martial arts. We did because I played hockey. We did do some boxing training, but like we didn't allow fighting in the leagues because it was, it's just varsity hockey. It's not the NHL or anything crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like the good old days of when you went to a hockey game. You went to a was it a boxing match and a fight and a hockey game broke out?
Yeah. I mean, we were considered one of the dirtier teams in the league, but that was mostly just because of like we had some big. We didn't have a lot of fast players, so like we would, check
You had
people
goons.
more often. Yeah, yeah.
You had goons.
We didn't have speed on our side.
Yeah, we didn't have a hockey team when I was at Sacred Heart and stuff like that. We had basketball, we had soccer, we had volleyball, we had just about everything but we didn't have wrestling either.
Yeah, we were actually the first varsity team for our school. It was intramural my freshman year, and then it became varsity when we like linked up with a couple other schools in the area. And it's kind of cool is that when you go back, like we weren't very good. I'll be perfectly blunt, but because like when we would go to Canada, we would go up and get walloped. But it's kind of cool going back now when you go to the ice rink, you see the jerseys from the years we played just because we were the first team. Like they got them hanging up in the ice rink.
That's kind of cool.
It's neat. Makes you feel old, but it's neat.
Yeah. It's okay. I definitely feel old. My birthday is coming up on Sunday. I feel old.
Well, an early happy birthday.
Well, thank you very much.
Any big birthday plans, or are they all surprise plans?
I intend to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the theaters on Sunday because that'd be one of the days it's getting the re-release.
Oh wow, which one?
The original.
Oh, cool! I didn't know it was going back.
Turtles.
Yeah, you must have seen it in the theater originally.
At least twice.
Oh yeah.
I saw it twice. And I wasn't at the time in the place where I could see movies multiple times really as a kid. So, but that one I went to see with a couple of friends and then a few other friends I went with too at a later time. Oh, thank you, Martha. But yeah,
Oh, Martha's, I did check the one page that you laid the flats on, and it looked good to me. So thank you. Whatever you were doing with trying to make for whatever program you were using didn't have like a pencil tool or whatever, you were able to get a hard enough edge. So I know that was what you were asking about. So it looked good to me. So thank you. Boxing out the shapes, always the first step.
Yep. No, that's yeah. Well, first thing I do is I do one pass with and flatten the whole image, like put a base color behind the whole image.
Yep, that's what we got here.
Yep, I see. And then I do each character like you're doing individually.
Yep.
Unless they're specific to the background or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything gets an individual flat. So.
And then you go in and you cut out the little shapes as you go.
Yep. And that's exactly what I do.
Yep. It's a pretty standard method. Although I have seen some people who have like a plugin that kind of does like bad flats automatically.
Yeah, I don't like those.
And I would rather just do them than have to clean it up.
Yep. I'm the exact same way. It's just easier to do it. Like here, right here. This is just yeah, I have actually if I just turn the whole thing off. Okay, so black thing. I basically have everything going to a white fill in the background. And I have everything basically masked to it. And then it's all individual from there. Like, I have the cape, the skin, the hair,
yeah.
the different bands and stuff like that.
So do you keep those all on separate layers?
Yep, everything's a separate layer.
Oh, wow, okay. That's even more advanced than me.
Yeah, that's the way I was taught. So, And then I have a gradient map over the whole thing that's attached to it that's giving it a little bit of a color switch.
Yeah. Gradient mapping for people that do a lot of like heavy rendering is a really good way to do that without just spending forever in there, just rendering little bit after little bit after little bit.
Yeah.
It's a good time saver, and it looks really good, and you can move the light source and stuff.
You can do some pretty cool stuff with gradient maps.
Yeah.
And with my stuff, I mainly just use whatchamacallit, like I just usually use like a cell shading kind of look, but I don't go too crazy with the gradient maps. It just uses kind of like a filter kind of look.
Anytime I would be doing any sort of like glowy powers, I find that the gradient maps look better than trying to drop down like little bits of color.
Oh, that's definitely true.
Yeah. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember
and then
who it was
you can also put it right just on that and attach it to it.
It was one of the guys that does Magic cards now that has a YouTube page that I was learning that from him a number of years ago, and I've even saved just like empty docs that have saved different types of gradient maps where I'll just click and drag the layers over to another piece to save time.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Instead of having to rebuild it. Yeah.
Oh, I have a ton of gradient maps stored. Granted, I haven't moved them all over on this yet. This is actually a newer computer, so I haven't moved everything over onto it yet.
Pat's going to go see Superman with the nieces.
Oh, fantastic. It's definitely worth it. I've seen it 3 times.
Very nice. I said when we went and saw it, I saw 2 little kids go out with their arms stretched out like they were flying, and I said that movie did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Yep, it did. It made you feel like a little kid again.
So it was very fun, and
yes, Sketchbook will gradient map, Martha's.
I've never used it, so I don't know if it will.
I used to use it.
Oh, okay.
When it was Sketchbook Pro and you had to pay for it. Then they made it free.
Yeah, I sent Martha's, I think, one of the links to one of those videos that I learned from actually originally. But it does it in Photoshop, so I don't know if the process would be different.
It's similar. Trent Cananuga, if you go back into his stuff, like his YouTube stuff, like probably like 6 or 7 years, he did a lot with Sketchbook.
He did.
Yeah, and he has a whole thing on using gradient maps with it and stuff like that. That's also how I learned how to do it.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the reasons I was using Sketchbook for a while, is because he was using it, and I could like watch his videos.
I remember him from that TMNT crossover book, and then I remember him from that Ghost Rider Marvel Knights book that he did.
Yep. Yeah, he did that. He did Marvel Knight, the Marvel Knights Ghost Rider. He did Creed, and then he did the
Creed. Yeah.
The Creed Turtles crossover, and a few other things. He's more of a he's doing another comic right now, but he's more of a concept artist for video games.
That's what I thought. I thought a lot of those guys went over there and basically switched professions to that.
I don't blame them. They get more money, but hey,
more money and less time commitment. So like, and you're still drawn. So it's not, I'm not saying it's like easy work. I'm just saying it's got a different
vibe,
different thing.
I mean, he worked for Capcom for a while, and I can tell you from working with the Japanese company right now that, oh my god, yeah. Having dealt with Marvel and DC editors, they're nothing compared to manga editors.
Well, I remember when I first got out of college, and I first went down to New York, and it wasn't Shonen Jump, but it was another one of those big telephone book mangas.
Yep.
And they were recruiting people, and when I heard what their needs for deadlines were, even though it's like, oh, you get to go to Japan, they give you a place to live, blah blah blah, I was like, there's no way in the world I could do this. But actually, a friend of mine that I knew did. And not only was she able to like do that, but she was so fast, she was able to get another job. So like she was able to like make money on top of like having a place to stay from doing the pages. Like she'd finish her pages during the day, and then she would work like in the evenings at like, I forget, it was a restaurant or someplace that she worked at.
Damn.
But she was just like so fast and so good that she just did well with it. And I think she moved on to like board games and stuff.
That's fair.
If I remember correctly. But yeah, like I remember when they were just describing the quotas that they needed in order for you to, like, I don't know, keep your housing. I was like, I am not going to get myself into that trouble right there. I would love to go, and it's, you know, it's on the bucket list to go there and go see a baseball game there before I leave this mortal coil. But I knew when I was 20 that I would be getting myself and the publisher in any sort of trouble if I had tried to do that.
Yeah, the what is it? The weekly stuff, like Weekly Shonen Jump, that's an average of 14 pages a week.
Yeah, that's
There's no way I could do that.
crazy. Crazy talk.
There was a schedule that was going around a few years ago of a mangaka's his whole timetable of how he sets up his week and all that. It was, I want to say it was the mangaka who did Naruto, but I'm not positive it was that or not. But it was one of the bigger ones. It might have been Bleach, but you know, it was like one of the major mangas that's out there. And the dude got like 4 hours sleep a week. And I'm just like, there's no way I could do that. So, like, I'm having a hard enough time, you know, with the monthly thing that they want. But yeah. And I'm not even officially published yet.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh.
For some reason, I must have accidentally hit it on the keyboard. It turned on a masking.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's probably just a off hit.
Yeah.
Pat's saying Fantastic Four is very good. Reed Richards admits feeling out of his depth to his chosen one's son. Yeah, no, that definitely worked. I love the Fantastic Four. I think it was a great movie.
I haven't seen it yet.
Superman was better, but I did really enjoy the Fantastic Four. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel with it, with how they did Surfer.
Yeah, it's the one from Earth X, right?
Yeah, it's his wife.
Yeah.
Shalabal or something. I can't remember.
Yep. Yeah, Shalabal.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it worked. I did like all the little Jack Kirby references throughout the entire thing.
Yeah, people said visually it was very cool.
Yeah, and the Earth it's set on was Jack Kirby's birthday.
Oh, okay, cool. I was actually just thinking about Bill Reinhold the other day, the guy that inked Earth X, because he did the inks on Ditko's the Phantom, the 2040, 20 whatever it was.
Yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
For Marvel, and he made it look awesome, because I remember reading an interview with him where he talked about it, and he basically said that like anywhere Steve left kind of a loose figure, he'd like pull out his old Ditko comics and just kind of copy what he used to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy's a master inker, so.
Back to the Justice Machine days.
Oh, yeah.
And one of his first works was actually in an issue of Charlton Comics Scary Tales.
Was it?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me, actually. I need to get more of those. I only have a few of them.
They're getting harder to find for not guide price. It was one of those things that, like, once the pandemic happened, like they pulled them out of the bins when the prices went up and the bubble happened.
Yeah.
And then they never put them back in the dollar bins.
Yeah, that always hurts, because I've only ever pulled mine from dollar bins.
Yeah. I mean, I used to get them all the time from the NEC dollar bin in Quincy, because Tom would be like, no one's paying guide for these. and he was like, he was right. I mean,
yeah, there wasn't like a major book.
Just because they're old doesn't mean they're worth a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
This is one of those where I was planning the shot based around the coloring, and it has to do with the blue. When you're doing an old school coloring, your only flat colors are cyan, magenta, yellow,
Yep.
and I wanted to have the cyan in the background and then the solid yellow in the foreground with Crackus to try to have it pop, and then the stars kind of bring you forward.
Yep. Yeah, I have an entire filter set that's basically I have an entire like paint set based on the classic four color coloring.
Yeah. Because after I do the flats, I then go and do like a quick layer of shading, which is just a highlight shadow, because that's pretty much all you got with the four color.
Yeah.
And then I go in and I drop the screens on top of that, and those are all done manually. So it's like basically I have to color the thing twice.
Yeah. Are you using screen tones on?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like screen tones as color.
It gives it a warmth with the paper, and it also, in this case, like it's so steeped in the genre that it occupies that it really just visually, I think, throughout it will reassure the reader that this is a comic book, and I'm not trying to fool anyone else into thinking it's a movie on paper or anything like that. It gives it a subtext of it being like this is an old school comic book, and it is very aware of what it is.
Yep. No, that's one of the reasons I like that stuff. But then again, I kind of have that feel with a lot of my stuff too. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this cover here, I have screen tones in it. I digitally did them, but yeah, actually, the method I use for the shading on this, I try to make it look as much like the old duotone stuff.
Yeah, the duotone board is cool. I have started scanning because I actually did a quick gig for a friend of mine before San Diego Comic-Con. I've been scanning my sheets of Zipatone, and as I've posted elsewhere, when I'm done with Undersea Hero, I'll finish scanning those and put them in a place where people can snag them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's then you have to know how much of that you can put on a page without it getting muddy. Because like if you look at some of those early duotone to color pages, and much as I love some of them, they get real muddy.
Yeah, they do.
Because they try to put like shading on top of it, or like they don't factor in the level of saturation that comes from printing on not bright white or bleached paper.
Oh, definitely.
That's why I don't know. I mean, when you look back at the drawing styles that came from people mastering that printing technology, that's where a lot of the mark making came from, and that's why when you look at like early Jim Lee stuff, even, and like John Byrne and all these people who learned from the people who mastered this printing process, that when you go with too much shiny digital on top of it, it loses some of the magic. I feel like
I completely agree.
it goes from being a very graphical representation to this like faux graphical illustrative approach. I think Walt has done a great job working with Laura Martin, having a nice balance, because Laura's like one of the best colorists on the planet, and his stuff is so graphical.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, Mike said our colors are looking great. And Martha's, I can't do that volume of art now. Too many responsibilities. Yeah. I can respect that. I mean, the only thing I have kind of going for me with the I almost said the name of the magazine. I'm not saying it yet of the thing I'm working for. Just it's big. I might be working for, I should say.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly doing stuff. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly big. It might have something to do with the opposite of falling. But anyway, the I might be able to get away with 17 pages a month, because that's also considered a chapter. So I think I can handle that.
Yeah, that's closer to like your regular monthly book.
Yeah, I mean they do 20, basically 20 to 25 at most, but a lot of them do 17. Now, the only thing is I have to do everything until I can afford to hire assistants to do shit.
It's one of the reasons why I always tell people that are doing their own stuff to try to. I mean, it's nice having somebody that's really good that can ink or whatever, but that's really expensive. But just getting somebody to do flats or help you with your lettering, like even just that little bit is such a huge help.
Yeah. No,
That's-
I'm probably gonna be hiring a letterer.
Yeah.
I like my lettering, but I'm probably gonna be hiring a letterer full time.
But it's just another thing that you have to do. Like it's
Yeah.
just like you're going through your pages for like a fifth time. You're doing another job. It's just a lot.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons I baked it into the Kickstarter to get Jesse to help me and to get my pals to help me for this thing, because like I knew with the flats that like, can I do them? Obviously, but like it just is so much work.
Yeah.
And I'm just
It's a ton of work.
and I'm going to respectfully request from my wonderful people who come and hang out here on the stream, when you get the book in your hand for that first time, and if I am present, please do not immediately ask me when the next one's coming out. Give me a few days. Just give me a few days. Send me an email after the fact, and it'll be cool. Just not as I'm handing you the newest one, please.
Damn it. Took away my fun.
I'm sorry. I just emotionally, I don't know if I can handle it.
That's the way I find out if I drew something on the wrong layer. I go to erase something and it doesn't erase.
That'll tell you.
I was like, oh, I know what layer that's on. Considering my rough layer is gone, I have it turned off. So I'm like, yep, it's got to be on my whites layer.
Yep.
So I tend to build everything. I block out silhouettes. So
Yeah, you switched to that a little while ago.
yep.
Yeah.
I still do kind of a like a rough sketch on certain things, but I just found it was just easier with just doing silhouettes.
Yeah, you could see it better.
Yeah, I could draw in I could just draw in my foreshortening like right from that.
It's purple.
And Martha's with now I'm gonna bug you about Dimebox.
That's fine. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, that'll be good.
I know what I want.
Yeah, we'll try to twist Allison's arm if she can, if she's ever free again.
You can always twist my arm for something, Ian. I'll drop everything for you.
Well, you've got your alleged gig.
Yeah, my alleged gig. I don't know. I've had like 3 or 4 of these alleged gigs. They've all blown up in my face, so I'm not talking about this one too much.
No, I absolutely know that feeling. I had that many times. So it's in comics stuff. I tell people it's not real until the books show up at your door.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's literally it.
I've literally had books that were ready to go to press, and the publisher be like, "No, we changed our mind," and then it sits for a year. You know, I've had that happen, and I know plenty of other people that have been paid like kill fees and stuff, and so like it's not a sure thing until they're there.
What the hell? Looks like we got a spammer.
That's all right.
Oh. Oh, that's on your side. I can't get rid of it. So
Cheap viewers at something.
yeah, at streamboo.com, remove spaces.
I don't want cheap viewers. I want classy viewers.
Yeah, I want classy ones that can give us more money.
Classy viewers.
Definitely the classy viewers.
That's right. They've got different shaped glasses in their cupboard at home.
Exactly. Yeah, my bot didn't take care of it, so I'm pretty sure that was on your end. But yeah,
probably it is. This swatch palette that I have here it started out as the True Grit Texture Supply one, but I went and I grabbed a whole bunch of color guide sheets from Eclipse Comics, Pacific Comics, and they had some different colors that they used because they had a different printer.
Yeah.
And I added those to it. So I've got some different 80s colors in here. So like I've continued to add things as I go along.
I'd actually like to get that swatch thing from you. I have the True Grit one already.
Yeah, and it's good. It's a great place to start. I found online just the original print color sheets. I forget who posted it. It was somebody who used to work for Eclipse.
Yeah, I have
Maybe
the Comico ones.
I have the Kamiko ones. Yeah,
Yeah, Comico, that was it. Yeah, Comico, Comico.
Kamiko, I don't know
Yeah,
which one is right.
Tomato.
Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Molnir. That's how it's pronounced.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think we'll give him a nice bright green shirt.
Actually, I got to reload those now that I'm thinking about it. Download that stuff right now.
Yeah, I haven't used any of their new products like that marker design one, and they had a couple of other ones that they've shown off on their Facebook feed.
Yeah, I haven't used any of those either. I've only used the True Grit ones. Oh, that's kind of cool. Somebody made some interesting templates for like some onomatopoeia stuff I just found.
One thing I like about having those palettes too is I was reading another comic this past week, and the color choices made absolutely no sense. They followed no color theory. They had no basis for like an illustrative. I don't know if they were just like eye dropping some random thing or some other page and they didn't know how that page worked or something. But having at least, I mean, there's a ton of colors here, but having at least a limit and specific ones you can pick from, it'll create kind of a synergy amongst all your pages, whether you intend it to or not, just by virtue of those limitations.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it really would help some colorists out there, especially if they haven't had any training in color theory, which you don't have to have. Like you can suss your, it helps, but like you can do a professional coloring job without, going too far down that road.
Yeah. I mean, I use was it Matt Hollingsworth? I think it's Matt. It's either Mike or Matt.
Matt. Yeah, Matt's
Matt.
great. Yeah.
Yeah. He posted a bunch of his swatches up, and I grabbed them. And
yeah.
They keep me honest.
Yeah, Matt's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, well, if he's using these things, like I have his Tokyo Ghost was it color swatches.
Oh, that's cool.
I think that's one of my favorite books he did. So
yeah.
That is my favorite Sean Murphy book.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and I like Wake as well.
I liked Wake. Yeah, I actually, when I met him, that's what I had him sign a number of years ago. It might have been while he was working on it.
Yeah, I liked Wake a lot. Just Tokyo Ghost was like, it was very me. So.
Yes, yeah, hits all the nostalgia buttons. Yeah. Speaking of some of the people that we are friendly with, your friend finally announced his book, Mr. Finch.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He finally did it. I can actually talk about the thing now because I've seen so many of the original pages on that, and oh my god, are they good!
Well, I had heard that he was working on a creator-owned book when we were in Colorado, and he couldn't talk about it. The one thing that he left out that I think he could have mentioned, but he chose not to, was that he drew the pages twice up.
Yeah, they're all 2-ups.
Which is nuts with his tiny little lines. No offense.
Oh,
just like
it is nuts.
He does all those little teeny hatches over everything.
I told him that to his face.
Okay.
He agreed with me.
Okay, good.
And then he said, "I don't know what the hell I was thinking."
It's not saying that it's not amazing. It's just
it's amazing.
But you're a little nuts for all the twice upness of it.
Yeah, there's a reason why it took him 8 years to do the book.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact he was also doing all the covers for Walking Dead, the reprints of Walking Dead and everything.
Yeah, he did those for a number of years.
Yep.
Martha asked, "Is Dimebox True Grit has some weird terms? True Grit's terms have to do with like how it's being published and stuff. So if you look into it, you could see whether or not like it would qualify for you having to pay for them for more stuff. But basically, for small press domestic, you're fine.
That's basically what I've gotten out of it.
Yeah.
And the Superman movie goes digital on the 15th.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mike, it'll be digital the 15th, and the 26th. I think you can actually get it like in Blu-ray and stuff.
Yeah, I read the terms of service because I'm one of those annoying people that reads paperwork.
Yeah, Mike read it for me, and then I went over it myself.
Yeah. Dimebox going to be colored? Probably. I don't know. It doesn't have to be.
Is Dimebox the public domain stuff?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yep. Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, we haven't done one in many years, but I was reading some old Joe Kubert early Golden Age stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let's do a short story when we're done, so we can have some fun with that.
Yeah, no, I'm in. I know exactly what I'm doing too. I'm calling it the Puritan.
The Puritan.
Yeah. Solomon Kane is public domain.
Okay.
Actually, they're all the Dimebox stuff, the classic comic stuff that's public domain, right?
Oh yeah, no, I mean we did. What was in the first one? There was the Golden Age Daredevil, of course, the Silver Streak, Space Smith. I did Sub Saunders, which was like his only superpower was that he had a submarine.
Yeah. Yep,
And,
I knew that one. Because that's goofy.
The Black X, which was created by Will Eisner, was what Nate Lovett did.
Oh, that's great.
I'm trying to remember what else was in there. Oh, Phantoma, the guy that ran the comic store in JP, who had never drawn a comic in his life, drew a Phantoma comic.
That's kind of cool. Actually, the other thing I'd like to do is the Howard's version of Red Sonja. That's also in the public domain.
Yeah, the SonyA version.
Yep, where she's the Ukrainian Turkish woman. She appears in one story, Shadow of the Vulture. I wanted to do something with her and Solomon Kane because they're loosely kind of from the same era. Jeremy and I were figuring out the other day which one would be older, and I think we figured out that Solomon Kane would be like in his 60s when Red Sonja would have been adventuring.
Old Man Kane.
Yeah. I've been listening to Savage Tales of Solomon Kane recently. Mike, James Gunn put out a video today that actually had the date for the digital release.
Oh, okay. But I guess to answer the question, Dimebox, because no one's making any money off of doing the labor at the beginning, it's whatever you feel like doing. And I think the only thing I'm going to ask the contributors is that if someone wants to pay to print their own copy, we just give each one permission to print their own copies. Like if Allison, if you were like, hey, I want to print copies of this book, we all implicitly give a license to print our contents along with it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm all for that. That's great. I'll definitely do that.
And if I want to print some, I'll print some. It's just being good teammates.
Yeah. So are we going to do like a 8-pagers?
Yeah. Whatever feels right. If people want to do 3-pagers, I don't care. It's a little looser than anything else. Yeah. It's just meant to be fun, not burdensome. And if I can convince some of my other pals to contribute, I absolutely will.
Well, I'm going to talk to.
Can we get Michael to do a short, Mr. DeFonte? Can we get you to do a short?
Probably get Mr. DeFonte to do that. Need to find a reliable site that lists public domain characters. That's not fandom wiki site. Oh yeah. It's called Gutenberg. Project Gutenberg has like every literary character that's in the public domain is listed on there.
Project Gutenberg, and then you can also very reliably look at the public domain reprints that Fantagraphics did. They have their own legal team, and they've done, I'm trying to remember the name of the book, which I have on my shelf in the other room, but it was like kind of the origins of superhero comics. And
I remember that one.
I would trust them to dot their I's and cross their T's.
Yeah, Fantagraphic guys generally have their shit together. Yeah, they're all shorts, Mike, so that's fine.
Oh yeah, just a little short fun story that we can all be like, hey, look at this neat thing we did as friends.
Might do a paper doll page, did one for a stretch goal. That's actually kind of a cool idea. I didn't even think about doing something like that. And dress up Danny in different outfits. Kind of funny. What I really want to do, though, I really need the crossover with Danny and Helena.
Yeah, we got to do that. I've got about 5 pages to go on the next story of that one. That's another thing that, like, when this is done, I'll just slowly be, whether it's the dime box and then Helena or whatever, I'll just start knocking them out for fun. And it's all hand lettered on the board. It's in gray wash. It's just a fun little short story called The Cave Corpse.
Yeah, because you had like an arena type thing you wanted to do or something, didn't you?
Yeah, there's different locales that I've come up with and things I want to do, but like I found that with Helena, I don't want it to be this like super formatted thing that feels like too much work. I've got other ideas for things that need to be work, like that require like research and lots of reference and stuff like that. And I was starting to feel like Helena was going in that direction, and I was like, this is like the opposite of what this is for.
Yeah. I said the Last Sentinel's kind of my thing, so I have an entire mythology written about me. You've seen the Bible I made, so
Yeah, it's very extensive, and and with Helena, like I've got a beautiful Yvel Guichet piece I need to publish. He's the guy that did the interiors for the first Harley Quinn in the DC universe with the Alex Ross cover.
That was beautiful.
And I've got one from Eli Stone. I've got a couple other ones that I just have to get it. I have to make stories to publish these things. These pieces I've commissioned from people. Paper doll page is perfect for Black Cat, yeah. Yep, and Black Cat's cool because, like, the Harvey stuff, you had Joe Kubert running around. You had some Carmine showed up there occasionally.
Yeah, he did.
So you had
especially the Harvey stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, Harvey had the horror line at one point, didn't it?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, because I have the whole collection of that, the hardcover that was put out years ago. That was all of the Harvey line horror comics.
All right. Well, it is 9:30. So
yes, it is.
We're going to call it a show.
That sounds good. I'm going to be trying to stream on Friday.
Do you know what time?
I've been trying to go a little bit later.
Yeah.
Because I found I got bit more viewers.
No, I can catch it when it's later usually.
Yeah, because I was thinking about trying to go like after 5 or so. Okay. Usually I stream at 3. But I'm thinking about trying to go like I'm trying to do Mondays and Fridays every week. And I like to do Sundays when I can. Because I had a lot of fun streaming on that Sunday where everybody like popped in. That was super fun.
Yeah, weekend streams are great because I'm usually at the board and I got my computer up and I'll get the little notification. So, but thank you so much for coming and hanging out. It was great seeing your new work.
Well, thank you for having me. Oh, I should probably show the one thing I want to say about this. So this is how a sentinel gets chosen. There's literally this tower that's somewhere. Then they pledge themselves to it. And it makes them a sentinel. But cool. But now the watchtower stands alone. No chosen answering its lonely call. And then I have a Shakespeare quote. Child Roland to the dark tower came. His word was still fee, foe, and fum. I smell the blood of a British man. Which is also one of the areas where Stephen King was influenced by the Dark Tower.
Yeah. Very cool.
But yeah, so I had a lot of fun designing the tower and everything, the watchtower.
Very cool.
6C Friday is bad for me.
Central? Are
That
you
must
in
be
Central
Central.
time?
Yeah, it must be Central Time. Yeah, I will. As I said, I'm still playing with time frames and stuff, so I don't even really know yet what I want to be doing. But I'm going to be switching stuff around to like stream a little bit later. I'm also educating my nibbling on horror movies and stuff this Friday as well. So something else I have to keep in mind.
So much to do.
Yep. Well, I have to introduce them to The Thing. I've been promising them for a while now that they have to see The Thing, and well, we're taking the education. We're going from there.
That's a great movie. So.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
And,
Michael, I'll send you a link to it as soon as we log off here. I'll find it online for you.
Oh, can you find me that info on Dynamite that we talked about?
I thought I sent you that stuff.
Nope. Okay. If you did, I didn't see it. If you did in an email, I probably missed it.
Okay, I thought I sent it to you. I'll double check.
All right, no big deal.
Cool.
But I will talk with you guys later.
Thanks, everybody. I'll see you.
Bye.